A very good morning to you, children. So, once again, I'm starting the GK class today, and let us begin with lesson number 33, that is rags to riches. Rags means living in poverty, and then riches. So, we are going to learn about some people who were once very poor, did not have any money, but with their hard work and dedication, these men or these people, they became rich and famous. So the first one, as you can see, is the picture in which this man named Charlie Chaplin is there. Now, what is the story of this man? He had little contact with his father and his mother and was confined to a mental hospital. So this man was once in his childhood, he lived in a mental hospital and he took care of his brother and himself, doing odd jobs before becoming the greatest actor of the silent movie era. So he lived in a mental hospital where he had to look after his brother also. He did all the odd jobs. All the odd jobs means the jobs which are very low jobs, like cleaning and doing all these things. And then later on, he became one of the greatest actor of a silent movies. If anybody has seen his movie, you must have come to know that his movies were so entertaining and funny, but he never spoke anything in that movie. And this great actor was Charlie Chaplin. Coming to the second one, that he spent his youth living in streets. So this man, he spent his youth, means his young age, he spent on streets only. He had no home to live. But during this time, he could not even afford a cup of coffee. So he was so poor that he himself could not buy a cup of coffee for himself. But he later on became the co-founder of the Second Cup, the largest chain of coffee shops in Canada. So later on, he became the owner or the co-founder of the restaurant named Second Cup, which is the largest chain of coffee shops in Canada. For example, in India, as you must have heard the name, we have Cafe Coffee Day or we have McDonald's. These are the chains of restaurants. So now, in the same way, this Second Cup is a chain of a coffee shop which is in Canada, and name of this person is Frank O. Dia. Coming on to the third one, I hope you must have read one of her books. She grew in poverty where her single mother lived on welfare in Edinburgh, UK. So she was so poor that her mother, she used to live on welfare, means the charity money which she was getting in Edinburgh. And then she even tried to commit suicide. So she tried to commit suicide also because she was so poor. She did not have any money. But later on, she started writing stories, and one of her famous books is the Harry Potter series, which has been developed into the movies also. And this famous writer is J.K. Rowling. Coming on to the next one, we all here have heard this man's name, that is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the adopted child of a working class couple who could not afford his college fee. So he was an adopted child and his parents could not send him to college because they were so poor. But later on, with his ability, with his ideas, with his innovative devices, he became so rich and famous, and this man is Steve Jobs. The next personality is Oprah Winfrey. Now, Oprah, she was also born in a very poor family with hand-to-mouth earnings from a farmland. They had her family had a very small farmland where they used to be hand-to-mouth, means they earned very little. They could just get barely some meals only. And now she has her own network cable channel. And this lady is the Oprah Winfrey. She runs a show also on television, the Oprah Winfrey Show, if anybody has seen. Now, I think the next person we all know, he's a very, very famous South Indian actor with the name Rajinikanth. He worked as a carpenter and a bus conductor. So, He was a carpenter basically, then he worked as a bus conductor also, but later on he has become the superstar of the film industry. He has been awarded the Padma Bhushan also, and this famous actor is Rajnikant. Now we come on to chapter number 34, that is intelligent animals. Now we are going to learn about some animals in this lesson and their intelligence, means what special features these animals have which make them unique. The first one picture, as you can see, is the picture of chimpanzees. Why chimpanzees are known as intelligent animals? Because they can manipulate the environment like humans, and they can utilize tools to do certain tasks. So they can manipulate their environment like humans, because as we humans do, we know all around us when it is hot, when it is cold, so we adjust accordingly. In the same way, chimpanzees can also do that, and they have a little bit of intelligence which they use to use tools for doing certain works, as we all do. We have cooking utensils, whatever tools we are using. In the same way, they can also use some tools to make their work easy. The second picture is of the squirrels. Now, why squirrels are intelligent? Because they have a very sharp memory and they remember where they have stored food. So squirrels, they will hide their food in the ground, and then they have such a good memory that they will always remember where they have hidden that food. So they will exactly go and dig that place to find out the food. Next we have parrots. We all know, sometimes we say that parrots can speak. So actually the parrots, they have a mimicry skills. Mimicry means they can imitate. They are not exactly speaking, they are imitating whatever we are saying. So that is why sometimes we say that parrots can speak, but actually what they are doing a mimicry. They are copying us, right? The next set of animals is the whales. And why they are intelligent? Because they use the complex sounds to communicate among the group very effectively. So whales, they use some different kinds of sounds which they can communicate to the other group members. If they found themselves in danger, they can make some special kind of sound and they can intimate the other group about their safety. Next one is the Labrador dogs. Dogs, we all know, are very faithful animals, but these Labrador's dogs are specially used by police also, because they have a very good memory. They are very quick to respond and they learn things very quickly. So these are the Labrador dogs. The next one are the octopuses. Octopuses, we all know, have 8 legs, but why they are intelligent? Because they are able to do certain things due to their intelligence, but they are without backbone. So they are invertebrates actually, but still they are intelligent animals. Next we talk about is the elephants. The elephants also have a very good memory. They have their well-developed brains. They are very socially interactable, because you must have seen that elephants are trained also. Why they can be trained? Because they will easily understand what we are trying to say to them. They are able to follow our instructions. That is why they are most intelligent ones. The last one in the row are the dolphins. Now the dolphins, they are the self-aware with the ability to recognize themselves in a mirror. If you ever try to show mirror to any animal, they will always get afraid of it. But these dolphins are so intelligent that if they are seen themselves in the mirror, they will recognize themselves. They will identify that this is myself. Other animals are bound to get afraid, but dolphins are so intelligent that they are aware that this is a mirror and I am watching myself in the mirror. So I hope you have understood today's chapter, which I have taught, and you will be completing these pages in your books also. Okay children, till then, have a nice day all of you.